What it do, YouTube? Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, man, it's gonna be episode 2, and I'm gonna make this a part 1 because right now I'm in transition. You know what I'm saying? I just came back from Exhibit's West Coast cannabis dispensary and shit in Chatsworth. You feel me? Shout out Exhibit. You know, he the new owner of that specific location, because that specific location of his dispensary in Chatsworth, it used to be the marijuana factory. That used to be right there in Chatsworth. You see what I'm saying? But Exhibit came and bought that location, and he like the new owner and stuff like that. So that's what's up. Shout out Exhibit. Shout out to Exhibit's West Coast cannabis dispensary. You feel me? Niggas lit. Great deals. You know, you just can't beat it. You feel me? Now, this is gonna be, episode 2, because the pilot episode is technically the first episode. You see what I'm saying? So this is gonna be episode 2, part 1, and you know, we just gonna discuss, you know, the topic of a lot of the missing children and missing adults that's going missing here in America, and it's crazy because it's crazy because I see that I was almost a victim of body brokering and motherfucking medical malpractice and shit like that, because I'm starting to see a wicked ass pattern, and this is not me big teething. I'm not capping none of that shit. You gotta understand, like, the difference between entertainment and when I'm like actually telling you some real shit. Right now, this is not entertainment. This is all real shit. This is factual. You see what I'm saying? Now, when I do my art videos, that's most definitely a huge part of entertainment, because one, you see the creative effects I'm doing in the videos, then you see the music playing behind it. Combine that together, it's a new art form that I'm creating. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not even done yet. I still got, like I said, I got hella new shit that I'm finna start dropping. Just experimental shit to see how it's gonna do. Number-wise, and not only number-wise, just to see how it's gonna do on a social level. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit that the government do out here is not only for the money and the taxes, but it's social and psychological experiments. They learned this shit in Operation Paperclip. During World War II, I think it was World War II, or was it World War I? I think it was World War II, 1945, Operation Paperclip. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of like the Nazi scientists, like von Braun, you know, Joseph Mengele and Hitler and all these other people and shit like that, they was running the tests. You see what I'm saying? That's their whole shit. They running the tests and shit. You see what I'm saying? They actually doing the experiments on people. This is how the American government learned about this shit. You see what I'm saying? And it's fucked up because, that's really the best way I can explain it. They learned this shit from the Nazis and shit, because that was one of the main reasons why the American government brought the Nazis over here. Really, well, the main reason why they brought the Nazis over here, because they were so advanced in aerospace crafts and aeronautics and shit like that, that America didn't have that type of technology and shit like that, so they needed the help of the Germans to help build our space program. That's how you got NASA. You see what I'm saying? And if you break down what NASA means, it means never a straight answer. So regardless of what you do or what they do, they never gonna give the people a straight answer, because it's built from Nazis. You see what I'm saying? And they whole thing is secrecy. Their whole thing is keep this shit a secret. That's where all this shit came from, because that's who America brought out here to help build up the space program and to build up a lot of other government departments, because Germany had these departments in their own country, and America was wondering why the Germans were succeeding so well for so long without really needing the help of a superpower like America or Russia, because, you know, Germany they had so much power that them niggas was beefing with motherfucking Russia and America, which is crazy because them two superpowers. You see what I'm saying? But that's how America was able to drop the atomic bomb, because we got the technology from the Nazis, bro. I'm telling you. And they got the technology from aliens and shit, like demons, conjuring up demons, aliens and shit like that. I forgot the name of one of them. One of them got a name. I forgot. I can't really remember what his name is specifically. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have to go back and do some research on that shit though. But anyway, so that's where this shit came from, and that's how the Nazis did this shit. They was doing this shit in Operation Paperclip. You know what I'm saying? They was torturing kids, torturing people, killing motherfuckers and shit. Like, that's how the idea of the shower came out. Because when they was putting people in the gas chamber, it was coming out the little shower heads, but it was gas. It wasn't water. You see what I'm saying? So they took that idea and said, we're going to actually turn this to a shower instead of a gas shower where water come out of it. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of this shit came from Germany. You see what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Germany, they did make a lot of good stuff, a lot of good products. The Germans, they was known for like sausages and shit like that for their meat. They had a lot of good meat, like their cows and shit like that. Like their agriculture was really good. So they the one who came over and brought over like the sausage, what's it called? Like the Bratwurst or whatever it's called, like shit like that. They brought over like it's different sausages and shit like that. And they make some really good products. Like on the positive side, you gotta remember, in Germany, they made like everything they made for their own country, for their own people that wasn't Jewish. And no, I have nothing against Jews because I am Jewish myself. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just giving you the history. So every product that Germany and them made for their own people who weren't like Jews or weren't black or nothing like that, they made the best of the best products. Like for example, look at Jergens. That's a German lotion brand. That's a good product. You see what I'm saying? They got one of the like best lotion brands. And I know you got a lot of people out there that got a dirty mind thinking negative and shit. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to give you some of the more positive inventions. Like I told you, the sausage. Then they created Jergens lotion, which is some of the best quality lotion to this day because it's German. It was made for the German people, so that's why it's good quality. Also, anything they made in general, because you got to remember, the Germans is really only known for all the negative shit they made. Like they made the TV, you know what I'm saying? They came up with mind control. They came up with a lot of stuff, man. They came up with a lot of stuff, and I'm not saying black people, we didn't invent nothing that we did. We invented a lot of stuff. But the Nazis had some really smart people too. Like the Germans, they invented a lot of their own stuff too. You see what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm giving you this history lesson in this episode is because this is where it all started. Joseph Mengele, the angel of death, he the one who was conducting psychological experiments on children, on women, on men, but his main ones was children, where he would torture them and try to like turn their minds, like try to break their minds to the point where they become super soldiers. And he tried to do that to, you know, adult men and adult women as well. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people died from that shit. And that's what they do. And that's how they learn about adrenochrome. Because the Nazis and shit, they were so sick. Oh yeah, also they're the ones who created methamphetamine too. But they were so sick that when it was torturing the kids and shit and scaring the shit out of them, they would kill them. And some of them would just drink their blood to kind of see like what it would do, what it tastes like and all that. And that's how they figured out about adrenochrome. But adrenochrome was so disgusting and so heinous that it was one of their more like secret practices. We're gonna do this only on rituals. So they took that concept of what adrenochrome do, like it speeds up everything, and it's like a youth serum. It makes you younger and shit like that. It's like the fountain of youth. So they took that concept and said, we're gonna actually make a drug that's similar to this, but it won't be actually like adrenochrome, because to do it is so heinous and all that shit. You get caught, blah 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 blah. That's only for like bloodletting and shit like that. So they said, you know what? We're gonna create methamphetamine, and methamphetamine is like the closest effect to the adrenochrome feeling, because it speeds up everything and makes you feel like youthful and shit. But when you come down off of it, you do crash and all that type of shit. Your face starts to break out and all that. But after like 3 days, your face clear back up and you back good, because it only stay in your system for 3 days. So this is why all these children and shit is going missing all around just North America. Like I said, they going missing all around the world. But we talk about North America because this is where I'm at right now. This is where my fan base is at. And yeah, man, it's just so crazy because it's just fucking crazy, bro. Like, it's kind of like the best way I can put it. Saying? So that's why a lot of children going missing and shit is because they got that recipe from the Nazis. And when they go missing, especially children, most of them, they either go missing in like a public place, like a restaurant or amusement park, but amusement parks is connected to the restaurant industry because they work so close in proximity together. Because when you go to an amusement park, other than the rides and shit, what do you see? A whole bunch of concession stands that sell food, that sell snacks. And yeah, you got a lot of games and all that shit too, but you got a lot of concession stands that sell funnel cakes and shit, and snacks and shit, you know, the good shit. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's very, very, very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting, man. And yeah, it's some sick shit that's really going on, man. Like, for real, for real. Like, some sick shit that's going on. And what they would do is, so this is what I was saying. They go missing, children. They go missing in restaurants, like standalone restaurants. They go missing in amusement parks, which amusement parks is connected to the restaurant industry because they're so in close proximity to each other. You see what I'm saying? And then you got what's it called? Oh yeah, and then you got they create so like you know, like foster care and shit like that, like orphanages and shit. They create fake like orphanages and stuff like that. Like, they create fake like reports and shit and put these people in these fake systems. So, for example, to give you an example of that, like, you know Young Dolph, right? Rest in peace to Dolph. So Young Dolph was actually, he from Chicago originally, but he got adopted, and his so-called grandma, they say his grandma, but I'm not really sure how true that is, took him to Memphis when he was a kid. So that's how he grew up in Memphis, but he was born in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? And they said he was basically kidnapped because his mom was on crack, his dad was on drugs, or his dad was deceased, one of the two, and basically left him vulnerable. So that happens to a lot of people, but thank God he actually probably got kidnapped by his actual grandma, probably 9 out of 10, if they say it's his grandma, or, you know, somebody that care about him enough where they just didn't sacrifice him as a kid. But that happens to so many children in real life. 200,000 to 800,000 children go missing every year in America. So where are they going? When have you seen a cemetery be expanded? Like, when did you see construction on the cemetery? I haven't. it's the same shit. You see what I'm saying? So where's all these missing people going? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where is all these people going? You see what I'm saying? They got to be going somewhere. So all these stories that you see on the news and all this shit, it's starting to come out now. Like people body brokering people and shit like that, meaning that they went missing. Somebody obviously probably killed them. Obviously. Well, not necessarily. Let me not say that because that's not necessarily true. So when somebody goes missing, there's usually 3 or 4 reasons why. Now, the first one is kind of controversial, but it's usually the truth. Usually you do got some teens, you know, or kids, whatever the case may be, young adults. Their family situation growing up is not really the best, so they like to run away from home. And, you know, their mom or whatever going to report them missing person. That don't necessarily mean that they dead or in danger, right? You got to state the obvious. Number 2, you got some people that actually get mixed up in the wrong crowd, or you might get lost in public. That goes back to what I said, how amusement parks work directly with the restaurant industry. So when you heard about Pizzagate, that's real. Children go missing in these restaurants. Where they go? They got secret underground tunnels, DUMBs, deep underground military bases, and it's all through, like, hidden tunnels all through America. Literally, like, we got this shit everywhere. So when these children go missing in Disneyland, what does Disneyland have? What connection does Disneyland have with restaurants? Okay, Disneyland is an amusement park, and all those concession stands and restaurants is right there in proximity of Disneyland. So you surprised that your kid went missing? Okay. Number three, you usually have situations where people, like I said, they get mixed up with the wrong people. They meet people online, or even in real life, because you really never know who somebody is. So you meet these people online, they catfish you and say that they one person, but they not. You know what I'm saying? You get mixed up with this person, they end up, you know, killing you or something. Now you're reported missing, and they can't find no trace of you. And usually, when they do find a trace, they find the people with their organs missing, or they find these people just in like some of the most horrific situations. You see what I'm saying? So that should tell you a lot. It's a lot of shit going on. This is just part one. This is a $1 million body brokering scheme, and you got to be careful because a lot of these people, they putting their money up to put up an illusion to make it seem like everything is normal, but it's really not. You see what I'm saying? To make it seem like you just met these wonderful people, but really they want your organs. You know what I mean? They're trying to set you up, get you a little bit fatter, get you healthier, so when a tragic accident does happen, where you OD or you get shot or you fall or something, they'll have an excuse to take your organs. But anyway, this is part one, man. This is part one, man. Wake the damn up. More videos coming soon. Fuck Satan, fuck all of them names. Gang.